Hello, my name is Jenniffer Powers and I'm the collections manager here at Montpelier. And today we are in the dining room and we're going to talk about two pieces of our collection that normally sit here on this sideboard and that you don't normally get a good look at. And that is this ice cream pail or ice cream vase. So before we get to how they work, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we have them and why. So in 1806, we have a bill of sale from the Madisons ordering an entire porcelain service from the Nast manufactory in France. Now this service included all sorts of different types of dishes, including this soup tureen right here. Now it also included in print in this inventory 2 ice cream pails. So we know that the Madisons ordered 2 ice cream pails as part of this entire porcelain service. You'll notice on this soup tureen that was part of the Madison's collection, it has this orange and gold medallion pattern. Now the ice cream pail here, you can tell, obviously does not have that same pattern. So this ice cream pail is not part of that original Madison set, but it is part, or it was made by the Nast manufactory. So it's the same maker and the same age and the same style that the Madison's ice cream pail would have had. Now you'll remember during the War of 1812, the White House was burned down. So when the Madisons moved into a temporary residence, they brought up their set of Nast porcelain to Washington, D.C., and that's how it sort of became used as their presidential china. And now we know this set came back to them with Montpelier, and they continued entertaining in their retirement years. We'll take a look at how the ice cream pail actually works. First, you would start with this base piece here. You'll notice it's got a nice deep well. So the first part where you would start would be before dinner is getting started. So a member of the enslaved kitchen staff would have filled this inner compartment here with ice and salt. We know ice was harvested here on property at a pond, and the ice would have been stored in the temple ice house. So you start with your ice and your salt in your interior base. Next, you would take this smaller bowl, this small bowl here, and in it you would put your ice cream base. During the Madison's time period, a popular ice cream base was a French style one, a very simple vanilla, sort of more like a frozen custard is what would come out of it. So you would combine all the ingredients, put it in this inner well, and then you set it on top of the ice and the salt. And finally, you would put the lid. So here's the lid to the ice cream pail. You would put the lid on top, and then you would let this sit with the ice and the salt, your ice cream base, and the lid on top, creating this sort of inner little chamber that would generate your ice cream, so that by the time your dinner is done, you would have ice cream ready to be brought up. Now, the vanilla sort of was very simple, but people of the Madison's wealth would have been able to have extra toppings, such as fresh fruit, fruit that was either planted and grown here at Montpelier or that they could purchase, things like almonds or cocoa, even exotic fruits like pineapple, were all things that, due to the Madison's wealth, they would have been able to purchase. So we like having these pieces here because Dolley Madison and her role as First Lady really became synonymous with her ice creams. And there's a lot of speculation, a lot of sources will sort of say that Dolley Madison, her favorite ice cream flavor was oyster ice cream. We don't know that. We actually don't know what her favorite ice cream flavor was, but it probably wasn't oyster. However, there is a recipe for oyster sort of ice cream. It's more like a sorbet in Mary Randolph's The Virginia Housewife, which was a popular cookbook of the time. So oyster or not, serving ice cream was certainly a special occasion. Using pieces of this porcelain set this was not your everyday sort of occasion making the ice cream, so it would have been restricted for special occasions. So I hope you enjoyed a look at how an ice cream pail came together and how you got to make ice cream in the Madison's time period.